Hi everyone, my name is Talia and I'm part of Unify Gather team, and today I'll be going over the cover letter overview module with you guys. And before we get started, I just want to mention that everything I'll be covering today was also be available in our Unify app, which is now available in App Store, and let's get started. So, what is a cover letter? A cover letter is a one-page document that accompanies your resume, introduces you to the employer. It highlights your motivation, relevant skills, and how your experiences align with the organization's goals. Your cover letter is often the first piece of writing an employer reads from you, making your first written impression. It should be professional, concise, and tailored to the specific position you're applying for. A cover letter allows you to share your professional story, connecting what you've done to what the employer is looking for. It demonstrates your communication skills, professionalism, and attention to detail. And here's an example of a cover letter which we'll be going into more depth in a second. So, what's the purpose of a cover letter? Think of cover letter as a bridge between your resume and job description. It provides context and helps the employer understand why you're a great fit for this role. And think of a cover letter as a professional story that you'll be telling to your employer. So employers use cover letters to assess your written communication and professionalism, determine whether you've tailored your application to the specific role, and understand why you want to work with them beyond just what's on your resume, and also evaluate how well your values and experiences align with the organization's missions. And employees use cover letters to stand out from other applicants who may have similar qualifications, demonstrate your enthusiasm and interest in the organization, highlight your key strengths, and connect them directly to the job description. And also create a more personalized application that tells your story and conveys your character. So now we have a question. What is the main purpose of a cover letter? A, to copy paste your resume in paragraph form. B, to describe every job you have ever had. C, to connect your skills and experiences directly to the position you're applying for. D, to summarize your hobbies and interests. I'll just give you guys a moment. And yes, the answer is C, because the cover letter should clearly explain how your skills match the job that you're applying for. So, structure of the cover letter. Now let's when we think about the cover letter, it has mainly four main parts. The first one being the header and the greeting, the second one being the introduction paragraph, the third one being the body paragraph, and lastly, the closing paragraph. Each of them plays an important role in the overall cover letter. And when we start with the first one, it's the header and the greeting, and they're the first visual impressions of your cover letter, and they should be professional, consistent with your resume, and formatted clearly for readability. It should be easy to read and it should be identical. Your header should be identical with your resume, so it looks like more of a professional branding. What's included in your heading and greeting is your full name, email address, phone number, city and province, and LinkedIn profile. And best practice is to keep everything in one line stacked neatly. Avoid using logos, graphics, or colors that distract from the content, and check for consistent font type and size between your resume and cover letter. And the greeting sets the tone for the rest of your letter. It should be sound polite, confident, and personal. And address the hiring manager by name if you have the name, like Dear Mrs. Taylor or Miss Taylor. If the name is unavailable, use Dear Hiring Manager. Avoid outdated or impersonal greetings such as to whom it may concern. It's very unprofessional. And use correct punctuation and capitalization. And our question is, which of the following is the best example of a professional greeting? A, hey there. B, dear hiring manager. C, hi, what's up? And D, to whom it may concern. I'll just give you guys a moment for a think. And yes, it's B because it is more professional and commonly accepted when the hiring manager's name is unknown. And now we're on to the introduction paragraph. The introduction should immediately grab the reader's attention and clearly state your intent. This is the opportunity to communicate enthusiasm and relevance in a concise and confident tone. You should begin by mentioning the position, the company name, and explain how you found the job posting. Express genuine interest in the opportunity and end with a short statement about what makes you a suitable candidate. And make sure to keep it between 3 to 4 sentences at maximum and avoid general openings like I'm writing to apply for. Instead, open with a line that conveys energy and purpose. And here are two examples of how you could start your introduction paragraph. And now we're on to the next question. And what is the main purpose of an introduction paragraph? A, to describe your entire work history. B, to state the role and capture the reader's attention. C, to list your education background. And D, to discuss your availability for interviews. And yes, the answer is B, because the introduction should only capture the attention and introduce your interest in the role. Now we're on to the body paragraph. The body of your cover letter explains how your background fits with this exact role. This is a section where you demonstrate your achievements using the STAR method, a clear and effective way to structure your examples, which is by saying the situation, like describe the context or challenge you faced, task, explain your role or responsibility in the situation, action, outline the steps or actions you took, and result is conclude with a measurable outcome or impact. And how do you apply the STAR method in your body paragraph is like choose 1 to 2 relevant experiences that show your key skills, use action verbs and focus on results, and quantify your impact whenever possible, like percentages, numbers, goals achieved, anything that would strengthen your situation skills in a way. And here are 2 examples that you can understand. I'll just give you guys a moment to look. And for each body paragraph, they should all focus for one main skill or accomplishment, begin with the result or skill most relevant to this job description, and incorporate keywords from the posting to improve readability and alignment. And here's our next question, which is, which of the following statement is the best example of an effective body paragraph? A, I work well with people and I'm good at communication. B, I have some experience with events and teamwork. C, while coordinating with conferences for over 200 guests, I streamlined registration processes and enhanced attendee engagement. D, I like working in fast-paced environments. I'll give you guys a moment to think. And yes, the answer is C because it shows a clear example with measurable impact in perfect sentence form, and which is a best example of an effective body paragraph statement. And now we're on to our last closing paragraph. And it reinforces your interest and leaves a memorable impression, and it should be concise, confident, and forward-looking. And what to include in it is a brief statement of continued interest in the position, a thank you to the employer for considering your application, an expression of enthusiasm about the next step, like the interview, and professional sign off saying like sincerely or best regards, which one you find appropriate. And here's like a small example that you can see. And here's our question about the closing paragraph. What should every closing paragraph include? A thank you statement and professional sign off. B, a list of unrelated personal hobbies. C, salary expectations and availability. D, a summary of your education history. And yes, the answer is A because it's a professional sign off and it's a great way to close up your entire cover letter and thank the employer and professionally. And now we're going to be looking at good versus better cover letter reviews. The first one is for the header and the greeting. And the weak one, as you can see, is just the name, email, and to whom it may concern, which is a tone that we're avoiding. And the better one is your name, your email address, your phone number, your address, LinkedIn, and a um, specific direct like to the employer itself. And we're looking at introduction paragraph. The weak one is like I'm applying for your marketing assistant job because I need experience and I think I'd be good at it. This is very weak because everyone's gonna say that. Like you should be more direct and more explaining. And the better one is I'm excited to apply for the marketing assistant position at ABC company with experience in event coordination and social media strategy. And I'm eager to contribute my creativity and organizational skills to your growing marketing team. And this is more descriptive and stands you apart from the other candidates. And the third one is the body paragraph using the STAR method. As you can see in the weak one, there's no STAR method. I'm responsible and organized. I've done projects before and learned how to work in teams. As for the better one, it says as an events coordinator, I manage logistics for multiple events with events with over 200 participants. I built timelines, delegated tasks, and collaborated with vendors to ensure smooth execution. As a result, attendance increased by 15% and satisfaction scores rose by 25%. And this shows that you can clearly apply the STAR method. And this is definitely like a good thing to have on your cover letters because it stands you apart. And now we're gonna go over the tone and language. The weak one is I think I'd be good for this job because I'm friendly and like and talking to people. Whether the better one is like I'm confident in my customer and service experience and interpersonal skills will allow me to engage clients and contribute positively to your team environment. This is more descriptive and it shows like how you're confident in yourself and how you'll be better for this job itself. And now we're on to the closing paragraph. I hope to hear back soon. Thanks. This is very simple. It's not ending professionally. And the better one is thank you for considering my application. I'm enthusiastic about the opportunity to bring my skills and experience to ABC Company, and I look forward to the possibility of discussing how I can contribute to your team's success. And before we finish, we make sure to follow our socials so you don't miss the latest updates about immigration resources and everything that's happening with Unify. And thank you for joining me today. I hope you found this session helpful, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thank you. Bye.